hope everybody's had a great 2025 so far. I'm going to title this video, Nothing Goes to Waste. And I mean really nothing around here. It's very rare that I throw anything away, but everything has a purpose and a use. I just get these every once in a while when I buy from Crow's Nest postcards, and I thought it'd be funny to give the little boy a mustache and call him Baby Raleigh. So there's Baby Raleigh. I don't know if that'll be gifted off to somebody or whatever, but I thought about making a video about Baby Raleigh. But unfortunately my keyboard does not have the right adapter, or his keyboard isn't working or something. I thought I'd add some music to that. We'll see about that one there. And then yesterday I needed packing material. I never know when I need packing material and how much packing material for shipping and packing and that sort of thing. This I was going to throw away, but that's a back of a book that I've since recycled and used for packing, and I'll just trim that into different things, add stickers to it, and those are the letters I'll write. And that'll be a good saved, repurposed piece of paper. And that book only cost me 25 cents at a local thrift store because it's paperbacks and hardbacks I think are $1, something to that effect. So again, anything can be reused and repurposed as many times as you want, as long as it's not taking away from what you're doing. So I'm writing to Bob Trumpy, and I'm sending this really awesome. I really wanted to keep this, but I can't keep everything. This is a really neat image here by Charles Wysocki. I've never seen that before in my life because he had different puzzles that he did, and I've never seen that. I would have loved to found that on a puzzle, but anyway, really cool there, and I just think that's a neat image there. It's not a postcard, it's just a greeting card, and I don't know how many cards Mr. Trumpy will sign, but I just said a friend gave me some of these cards here, and this one has been sitting in my box or whatever, all beat up and crazy, the NBC one. So I've gotten him many years ago, and I usually like to send person once, but I now have like a 75 tops, and I didn't have this 70 or 69. I think it's a 70 right there. So we'll see how that goes. And then something else is going to go in here, this cheesy mushroom pizza boboli recipe. Now I've already had that before because the person that sent me the autograph request today gave that back to me, maybe to protect my cards. I'm glad he did. So no harm, no foul to give that one out. And maybe he made a photocopy of that. Don't know. Maybe he doesn't like mushrooms. But this one was sent very quick ago. I actually had to use some sticker margins for that. I didn't have that sticker right there at the moment, so I just used whatever. I had some sticker margins and threw some stamps on there. You know who you are in the comments or the not comments. You'll know those stamps because those were given to me by somebody who is a subscribe. You know what I mean. Anyway, make a long story short, I got two. I mean, this guy's signature is very rushed on one card, but they did a little better on this one here. But 2 of 2 from Penguins defenseman Randy Carlyle. So very cool. I mean, that was very quick. If that was a week, I don't know. That was insanely quick. He just turn and burn right there. Zip. So he caught him on a right spot there, I guess. I don't know. I did not have any 84s, but that's not the big deal. I just wanted to get him on a couple of cards here. Randy Carlyle. And nice to have. And I think that's for the same set, mind you. I guess every hockey card set is eventually a set build. Every one, you know, what can you do? You know, every card, sometimes you end up like 50 autograph requests from a set. It's like, gee, I'm getting pretty good. But then you realize there's 800 cards in a set or whatever. And, you know, us autograph collectors buy cards 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3 at a time. So we're really not thinking big picture of building sets at some point, unless we decide go buy the set. And if we do it that way, it's sometimes cheaper. You know, a set is not a 700 card set is not going to be $700, but individually it will be $700 if we think about it that way. That's pretty much all I had. It was just like I said, I repurpose everything, and then when I hit the bins this afternoon, which I thought it would be a good day to do that because it's kind of quiet, and I'm sick of sorting out baseball cards, I thought maybe I'll go there and see if I can find some, because I need a lot of envelopes that will fit, you know, greeting cards and these sort of things here, postcards here. And I ran out of those. And also they take up, they're also better for, this was going off to John Sneed, but you know that I can put more stamps on there. I don't know how many stamps I have left. I've used a crazy ton of those stamps from that $40 bag or whatever stamps. I guess I still have tons of these sheets here. These are the error sheets, and I always feel bad about tearing those apart, but they don't have a ton of value. They're just kind of really neat. So if you don't know, this is the, and I cannot pronounce his name, but it's Dag Hammerskjold, Hammarskjold or something like that, Jog Hammarskjold or something like that. But anyway, what happened was the post office got the background inverted. So when they had these stamps printed, the yellow right here is the inverted of the, so it's like this way instead of this way. So what they did was they printed a crazy amount of the error and a crazy amount of the corrected version to make sure that neither of them had any value or any difference in varieties there. So the commons are just as rare as the error. Sometimes I think I'll even find more of the rarer. The error stamps. They're just neat, and it's fun to have them in error stamp form. They will never be worth a nickel because they're only 4-cent stamps, if that makes any sense. So that's going on right there, and that's pretty much it what I have. I got my eBay stuff all squared away, so that's good. And so I have a bunch of orders coming. I think I have 2 card orders. COMC looks like they're shipping soon, so that's also good. And then a couple other updates here. I have a record that was coming to me, and I knew nothing of the wiser, but then it got refunded the other day. I was very depressed yesterday because I have a record cover that needs a record, and it was just canceled. I was like, ah, crud, that's no fun. Then I ordered this in here from PBS, not direct from PBS, but on eBay. And of course, DVDs are now going to be about $8 on eBay because of the shipping so crazy. They got to make 50 cents or $1 on each purchase if these volume buyers, if that. They'd probably make even less than that. But again, there was nothing cheaper than this. I guess there was. There were just discs only. And you got to watch out for these discs only type of thing here. Maybe they do that because it's a cheaper shipping. I don't know. But 180 Days a Year Inside American High School. I thought this is what I had watched back in the early 2000s. It is not. This is some sort of Obama era Washington D.C. type documentary. I have no idea. It's okay, but it didn't do anything for me. It's 2 discs. I got through the first one pretty good, and I just had no connection to any of these people. The music didn't do anything for it. It was just a documentary about how, high schools struggle in inner city America and, and this one particular school. And that didn't do anything for me. The one that I actually wanted was called, I think it was called American High, not An American High School, but American High. And I believe that one is not on DVD, if you can believe that one. It was like a mini-series or a short-running series, and I really enjoyed that back in the day. I didn't catch all of them, but, it's one of those things that's like, why is this on DVD? And then why is the other one not on DVD? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's what really frustrates me about a physical media. You'd be going through and it's like, okay, this is a band I really enjoy. So why are they not on vinyl record? Or why are they this? Or how come they're on vinyl record but they're not doing this? Or sort of thing. It's like, oh my gosh. And then what's even crazier to me is that a lot of popular American groups, the majority of them, the listings will be on Discogs through Germany or even the UK. I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. $50, and sometimes like the US one will be like really expensive, and sometimes even with the shipping, the UK one will be even cheaper. I was like, what? Confusion all around. So I don't know. Like I said, and then there'll be like groups or things that are put out and you'll get like millions of views, but there is no like physical media. It's all digital. And it was like, this does not make any earthly sense to me at all, having this music. I understand digital music was not weird to be on an analog format. Again, it doesn't make sense in some cases. But that's the part of the fun of this. Collecting baseball cards makes no sense. And saving old pieces of paper sometimes makes no sense. But again, for every piece of paper that I have used once, twice, 3 times, maybe, I feel like I've done my part, When I went hiking the other day and I saw a can in the parking lot, I almost picked it up, but that's the kind of thing somebody else would probably pick up and get a dime for it. But, other trash, I just did not have my, pack it in and pack it out sort of mentality. You're out in the middle of nowhere and see a gross piece of garbage there. If you can feel like you can carefully pack it away without endangering yourself, you know, then that's the thing to do, because, you know, nothing worse than enjoying, like, you know, a day at the beach and all of a sudden you're like, oh gosh, the beach was ruined because there's garbage all over the place. We used to have something called SOLVE, Stop Oregon Litter and Vandalism, and I don't know what it's called anymore. I think they call it SOLVE or something like that. You know, but I just thought it was clever without the E. I have a pin from that, you know. It was just kind of a something I remember from my youth. You know, we would be using those solve bags, you know, in our scout groups to basically pick up garbage. You know, we weren't doing it necessarily the proper way. That was before the days of gloves and little hand grabbers. We didn't have any of that stuff, so we just had to kind of use whatever cheap gloves we have and make sure we didn't get poked on anything sharp. You know, that just, we didn't really ever think of that. You know, the leader said, oh, if it looks like it's sharp or icky, don't please touch it. And we were just, you know, messing around and not even thinking about ourselves at that particular time. Sometimes we find a cool toy or something like that, and you know, just get played for a minute and then we throw it away, you know, just whatever. I don't know. Those just memories that I have of doing that sort of thing. But yeah, mostly it was garbage, and we just try to throw it in the bag as best as we could, and then that would be our good deed for the day. But you know, nobody ever does that anymore. But that's why I have a sign in here. It says, help keep our community clean. I don't have that right at the moment. I've had to move that to another spot there. But again, that's what I like to do is, you know, this was not a card that I bought fresh and new. I saved that from the potential Goodwill landfill. Again, only saved me like cost me a penny or two. You know, I'm trying to be kind of as frugal as I can with this hobby and being inventive of it, because again, getting these letters written out is actually a real big chore, and I don't want it to make it a chore. I want it to be a kind of a fun experience. So it's nice when, you know, these letters come in, like this one came in, and it was just an old a business reply envelope that I no longer needed, but instead of throwing it away, it's been used, and that's one less trip I have to make to each different store. You know, I have to go to, you know, the bin store for my own sanity, because it gives me something to do and talk to some other people that are doing the same thing, thrifting, saving, and trying to make a buck on something. And so that is all of that, and I think that'll finish out today's video. As I stated earlier in the video, I'm going to have some really nice set build cards coming, and really my goal this year is not my, you know, it's going to change, it's going to happen, but I'm only going to be working on set build cards. I'm not going to get a lot of random stuff in. The random stuff that you will see in the videos, like this stuff here, is going to be stuff that I've already had or was given to me, if that makes sense. So nice to have 2 Randy Carlisles. They will need to get into my binder pronto. I'm going to have to get another page set out for that one. I have a binder of pages. But anyway, that's today's video. If for some reason I have an exceptional Goodwill trip or something, and have some nice materials, then I will add that to this video or make a separate video, and thank you for watching.